Time to introduce our next guest. From coming runner-up in an esports competition to win a trip to Mexico to being a regular face on the Counter-Strike world, this is Freya Spiers.
I'm Freya and I'm an interviewer.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another ECS Season 7 team interview.
We're going to Thailand to film a piece of PUBG content.
Achieve this will be taken to 15,000 feet above the natural. We will then free fall above the city before parachuting undetected into our location.
That is all we've got time for. Thank you so much for joining us up here on the desk, and good night.
Freya, first up, I'm probably just going to explain what I meant by the fact that you came runner-up in a competition to win a trip.
That's a little bit like just to remind you that you didn't win.
No, but it has a silver lining. Basically, you came runner-up in a trip to go to Cancun, but tell us the story of what happened next.
So, Face It was running a competition for ECS Season 4 because they were running an event in Cancun, which is a pretty spectacular place to run an esports event, but there was no crowd there, so they wanted somebody to come along and relay to the fans at home exactly what was going on. I didn't win, as you said, but I got contacted by the guys at Face It saying, hey, we'd really like to work with you. Do you want to start doing some interviews for us, start doing some voiceovers? And of course, I said yes. And then they gave me the opportunity to stage host at ECS Season 5, which was incredible. That probably one of the highlights of my life, really. I never expected to be able to do that.
Such a crazy way how people find their way into esports. I'm sure we've all got different stories, but it seems to always be that one moment of either chance and crazy.
Yeah.
I love that yours wasn't it, leaving Boots to go out to different countries?
Yeah, leaving the job at Boots, the chemist, and talking about magic moments, mine was exactly that as well. I had a moment where I was commentating the longest Dota 2 professional game ever. It was a game that went on for 3.5 hours, back-to-back, non-stop action. It was like the first big game I cast with sort of like big names, and that's sort of what people knew me from. And then from then, it's sort of just riding that magical moment. And, as you say, it happens a lot in esports. It's taking sort of that little bit of luck, that little bit of opportunity and turning it into a career.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone's already got different stories, whatever. But Freya, let's talk about the Face It Major first.
Yes, yeah. So actually, a year ago today, we were setting up for the first day of the champion stage, which was super exciting, incredible at the SSE Arena in Wembley, obviously where we host a lot of esports championship series. The prediction chicken was the highlight, obviously, from this. He was absolutely spectacular. I know I said to you guys earlier, we had a little makeup video with him, and Chicken took a big poop right all over the makeup, which was not very nice, but he was a great star.
Poor Chicken. I was about to say he's a little bit of a bougie chicken there, getting his makeup done, but then he decided to kind of give his true opinions on maybe what the makeup process was.
And wasn't it this competition as well, when you had the most difficult person to interview on multiple occasions?
Yes. So we had a show match where we got a load of icons from the CSGO scene together, one of which was Zywu, who's absolutely lovely. That was his first time he'd ever played on a LAN stage, which you look back now to that just a year ago. He's done such amazing things since then. But I made the mistake of not going up and introducing myself and saying, don't be nervous, it's fine, it's just a couple of cameras. Obviously, it's a stage in front of 10,000 people, so of course he's going to be a bit nervous. But yeah, we made light of it, and I think he was a really good sport for going along with it, and yeah.
One-word answers is always difficult, though.
It's always difficult. So from chickens to difficult interviews, to jumping to a team that we saw in that VT just there, Astralis. I mean, we need to talk about these guys. The Berlin Major, went down recently, and Astralis have just been on this incredible run recently. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, people were doubting them coming into the Berlin Major because they haven't done much between IM Katowice, the major previously, and the Berlin Major. But it's strange to think that people were doubting them because you look at them there, and they looked incredible. I mean, I was looking at some stats, and at the Face It Major where they faced Na'Vi, they only lost 15 rounds in the whole grand final, which is insane. Again, the same when they faced ENT in Katowice, and only 9. They only lost 9 rounds to Ivanga in Berlin. I think it's mental. They are a mental team.
And we should, of course, Astralis, sponsored by the wonderful people, OMEN at HP, so they've got that on their side as well. Maybe that's, why the success is happening.
Lucky stars.
Guys, are you more of a CS fan now that you've had a little bit of a go as well?
I mean, I was not more because of that, no, just the same amount.
Maybe if you won, they're going to change things a little bit.
And Freya, tell us a little bit about the OMEN Challenge, which is going to be amazing. It's happening on Friday. You're hosting it.
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm very lucky that they invited me along. It's a 1v1 tournament, which is what every Counter-Strike fan wants to see. Players getting outside of the comfort of their own team. We've got Nico and Rain from FaZe. We've got Simple and Electronic from Na'Vi, and of course Twice from Astralis.
That's some insane
that.
talent there.
And we've got one more very special guest, our wildcard picker. I've just been told, I'm not going to give anything away, but I'm so excited to have him up on stage. And we've got our two amateurs as well, Hayden and Nick, who've been selected by Astralis' head coach, Zonic, by looking at some of their plays. So there's a lot of money on the line. There's $50,000, and I'm super excited to see if any of the amateurs can take on the pros.